Hi guys, thanks for stopping by. This is Stu's RC Shed, your brand new RC channel. Today we're going to be having a look at my Kyosho USA-1 Monster Truck. It's a 4x4x4 twin motor 550 cans. It's the OG USA-1, not the new one. It's a 1/10 scale, which 30 years ago when it was new, it was probably one of the biggest trucks you could get hold of. Stuff dwarfs it these days, especially the 1/5 scale things. Today we're going to get this out of the box, find out what state it's in, dismantle, rebuild, get it finished. We could never get the four-wheel drive system working. It's just a link rod from the front to the rear in plastic blocks, and it was just all over the place. Being a frustrated 13-year-old, truck not doing what I wanted it to do, it went back in a box, and that's where it's been for 30 years. So today we'll get it out of the box, dismantle what's there, check everything over. Let's get cracking. So this is what state it's been left in the box. Tyres off, or wheels off should I say. Chassis dismantled. Still got the motors in. That's a chassis top. That is the speed servo, I believe. Attaches to the mechanical speed controller. Steering servo. I believe this was massively underpowered. Was it 3 kilogram possibly? Body shell. I'll take all that apart, clean it up and get that painted. An old NiCad battery, 7.2 volt, 1300 milliamp hours. This is actually the second one we had. The first one, my dad actually blew up trying to charge it. So, yeah, I doubt that's any good, but I'm going to keep that just for sentimental reasons, I think. So Dad's not with us anymore. He passed on a few years ago, so this is more of a tribute build to him. Instruction manual. That's going to come in handy. Wheel hex. This looks like all servo components. The resistor. These are actually the old newspapers that I was building it on. 1992. Bag of random bits and a sticker sheet. So first things first, let's have a look at the old transmitter. 8 batteries in, all fresh. It's dead. Absolutely nothing in it. New transmitter. Right, I think what we're going to do is strip it all down and sort all the screws out, make sure we've got all the right sizes still. So, time lapse. everything disassembled and sorted into sizes. Now we just got to get it all back together. Right, so we're at the part where we've got the chassis and the gearboxes attached, and then we've got the arms put onto. And next step is to fit the electronics. So I've made a decision now. Instead of fitting this old mechanical speed controller, if I remember rightly, there wasn't really a lot of room inside the chassis for everything to move about freely, so it kept on getting jammed up, and they're not very reliable at best. So we'll get rid of that, which frees up that resistor as well, which used to smoke quite a lot. And we're going to fit one of them. So Hobby Wing Quick Run 880 brushed ECS. ESC even, not ECS. So that's a dual motor. So we still use both our original 550 cans. Another decision I made was the original steering servo that comes with it. I think, if I remember rightly, it's only a 3 kilogram servo. So I've upped it to this E-Tronics one, Metal Gears. It's only 9 kilogram. I'm kind of worried about breaking the truck. It's old. I hope that does the job. New receiver and transmitter have turned up today. I ordered another Futaba. It's just the T3PV. It's just a 3-channel. But it feels quite nice. It's trim adjustments on the top. LCD screen with different endpoint adjustments. It's the same size as the old one, although the antenna is considerably smaller. So we're nearly back together. Got all the electronics in. We've re-crimped and resoldered the front and rear motor points. I've changed the Tamiya connector on the ESC to an XT90, and the same with the battery. We've got a new 7.2 nickel metal hydride. I don't want to go too crazy with this, sticking a LiPo in it. It's far too old and far too valuable to me sentimentally. So we'll get it all hooked up, test it all out, and then we'll get the lid on. Not going to be an issue. That should stay central when we get the lid on, so we'll be alright with that. The rear steer is so poor on this thing. Cool. Throttle. Forward and backwards. Cool, let's get the lid on. Alright, she's all back together, the case is on, battery's in, she's actually on at the minute. So all that's left to do now is the body shell. But like I said, this is a tribute build. My dad wasn't one for colour convention, so I'm actually going to do it the same colour as my actual car. I think it's going to look pretty cool. Here's a wheel speed. Bit noisy, but it's all plastic gears inside. Seems to be meshed okay. When you actually have it off the ground, four-wheel steer works brilliantly. Put it on the desk. There's just not enough power in that servo still. But then go up higher just in case I strip out the plastic, because spares availability on these things is pretty much non-existent. Unless anybody has done it, let me know in the comments. That servo really is naff. Well, that's hard to keep in a straight line. So as you can see, even with a servo that's 3 times more powerful than the one that's come with standard, it's still not up to the task. I have got a bigger servo. I've got a 40 kilogram servo, which I was saving for another project. Ow. I want to put it in here, but I don't know what it's going to do to that. We'll give it a go. Well, that's the servo swapped over. It's not very quick, but we'll put it in the car and we'll see what happens. Now, I'll be honest with you, I don't think that upgrade's made a lot of difference. Let's have a look. So hard to control with that 4-wheel steer. I don't think we're going to get without some serious modifications, which I don't want to do, anywhere near the steering that I want. So what's my verdict? Four-wheel drive system is absolute pants. It's a joke. So hard to get it in a straight line and keep it in a straight line. Was it worth the 30-year wait of building? Yeah. I learned a lot along the way, but it was good fun, which is what this hobby is all about. Would I change anything on it? No, not at all. I've done the bits that I want to do to get it running. That'll do me. See you next time.